Well, it's the 9th edition of what has become one of the most popular events on the calendar, the Pronutro Magalies Monster. Started by Carl Schubert, a passionate mountain biker, Christopher Brain as well, way back in the day. They found the routes. The key to this route, of course, is the Monster. 9 kilometers of climbing, and it is one to do. It really is tough. This is young Hendrik Krier riding for ASG, one of the talented youngsters around. Talk about talent. Bryce Munro's got a bit of that as well. And there's Peter Seifert, well known on the road, but testing himself on the mountain bike as well. There's a bunch of tidy riders here. Tegan Robson, Chad van Sale, Donnie Steyn, Michael Casey as well. And this is Teresa Ralph, who went on to win the ladies' race in 3 hours 49 minutes ahead of Nikki Boyens and Nicole Murphy. Great effort. Her third time of asking at the Monster.
Yeah, that's what I'm a bit scared about, because if you start off hard and fast in this race and you bum after the hill, then they could catch you very quickly, because after the mountain, it's pretty fast after that. And if you don't have legs, you could get caught. So luckily I managed to hold on today.
Well, up front, it was turning out to be a battle between 3 and maybe 4, with Hendrik Krier, Bryce Munro keeping an eye on each other, and Max Knox, the wily old fox from Sabi, just sitting back. Now, behind them was Andrew McLean and Peter Seifert. Seifert getting off his bike there, suffering a puncture. McLean heading off on his 29er. He's done well in this race before. Seifert, though, having to repair his bike, and with it, his chances of victory gone. Peter Joggin leading a group of riders a little further back, racing along these tracks. A wonderful ride it is, through the citrus farms initially, and then up and down the slopes in the Magaliesburg area. Well, the race up front had blown apart, quite literally. It was pretty technical, a really gnarly race this, and Bryce Munro showing his sublime skills and getting away on this tricky technical single track. Breezy day as well. And behind him, well, Hendrik Krier was doing all he could. Meanwhile, these men were just loving the riding as well. Beautifully cut single track. Anton Small, cycle house going up. Martin van der Horst behind, and the man in front just couldn't find granny gear, and he found the rocks of the Magalies. Van der Horst and Small go past. Meanwhile, Max Knox is on the final approaches to the top of the Monster. At Breed's Neck, it is a real monster. 9Ks of climbing. Bryce Munro had shown some great strength and skill with his little stealth camelback under his shirt as well. What a talent this man is. Gritting his teeth, and you can see just how high and hard this is. Max Knox in his wake, and over the king of the mountains, Richard Durrant, about to take his number, and he'll have a stop as well. Reward for that effort. Max Knox, well, he knows these sort of hills only too well from Sabi. And riding for Ghost Stewart now, Max goes through. He'll get company very quickly, because Bryce Munro won't let him go too far down the road. Then it's a lovely plunge down the bottom end, and in the pursuit, that's Hendrik Krier and Andrew McLean. Now these two working together to try and haul themselves back to the youngsters up front in Knox and Bryce Munro, with Peter Seifert of DCM off the back with that puncture. And here they are. Well, he's such a clever rider, isn't he, Mr. McLean? He gets the youngster to do the work, and he's hanging in there as Andrew, showing strength and experience. And soon they were all together. So there they were, Munro, Knox, Krier, and the young McLean. Which way do you go? Renosterfontein, trying to blow it apart here was Hendrik Krier. He did so last year, but paid the price ultimately. And trying to get off the front was the ASG man here, but it just wouldn't work, and they were all together again heading towards the finish. And it was a great sprint finish by young Hendrik Krier, ahead of Knox, then Munro, and crossing over was Andrew McLean.
We were 4 of us together, me, Andrew, Bryce and Max. We were together until just before the King of the Mountain, and Ross went for the King of the Mountain quite hard, and Max went with him. He was quite just well behind him, and me and Andrew was like 500 meters behind them. But we got back together again about 5 k's after the King of the Mountain, and we just worked together until the finish. But it was quite tough and grueling with all the bumping, all the rocks and the tough terrain.
There's no question, if you're a mountain biker worth your salt, then you have to do the Magalies Monster.
Downhill's now hard.
It is hard.
Almost at the top, eh?
Here we go. Thanks, my mate.
There's also a 40k and a 20k option, but really you have to do the Monster.
Strong like an ox, eh? Let's go. See you in the downhill. I'll race you down.
First time I've ever made it up without stopping. Pretty proud of myself.
Looking very strong.
Anything else, I can handle.
So ready for the downhill. Living up to its reputation. It's a monster.
Hi, Axel TV.
Wow, I'm very proud of all the guys who actually turned up today, and I must say actually the weather played on our side. It was warm. Most of them were very happy with the races because they enjoyed the day out there.
It's brutal, eh? It's a tough ride, yeah. Good one though.
It was very good. The hardest I've ridden. It's the first mountain bike race I have done. But I enjoyed it. Very beautiful.
You've got to come back next year. It is a special event, the Pronutro Magalies Monster. You better enter now for next year.